Right, everybody, just there's like this little woodland area here. Yeah, I just restarted. There wasn't hardly anybody there, so see if it does better this time. Just never know with these things. Yeah, I don't think hardly any notifications went out, so I don't normally come on at this time, so I don't know. But yeah, just I'm gonna have a walk down the river. It's called the River Ouse. So don't know whether that would help with the algorithm or not by putting that in the title or something. But yeah, we're gonna be getting down to the river soon. So yeah, just say hello if you're watching. Yeah, I don't know, nobody here yet, so give it a bit of time. It's pretty cold today, so yeah, it's about freezing at the moment. I think it was like -1 when I got up this morning. I think it's just above freezing maybe, but yeah, it's been quite cold lately. Hopefully it's going to warm up soon. I think it's supposed to next week a bit. Yeah, it's not too bad if you wrap up, but I want to get back out busking again and stuff. So yeah, is everybody okay? Yeah, I got this workout equipment here. I'll just have a little quick go on it. Right, I've got one person here. How you doing, everybody? So we're going to be doing a walk down the river. So yeah, I'll just do like hang on, just do a few. There's only one person watching, so my fingers, I'm sorry, my hands are just muddy now, touching that shit. Right, I'm just gonna keep going. The equipment's like messy at the moment. Just gotta do like deficit push-ups though. They're good for like getting more of a stretch on your chest, as opposed to push-ups where range of motion's a bit more limited. They can be good for that, increasing that. But it's not the range of motion itself, it's the part of the range of motion that, so yeah. So what you can do is say, like, if you want to activate it even more, to like try and maybe pause at the bottom, so you get more of that stretch. Spend more time in that stretch. That will help, I think. So like you get these like what they call prison style push-ups or something, and then they can be good for like for that. There's nobody here, so yeah, TikTok has stopped me from going live for 3 days, so I have to kind of deal with this for now. And yeah, don't look like anybody's here, does it? Might have to just go soon then, I don't know. was hoping some people would hang out and chat, but yeah, seemed like they were pushing me out for a bit, but then it's gone dead today. It might be just because I've been going live so much, and then noticed that does something to the algorithm. I think they stopped pushing them out as much. I don't know, but anyway, somebody apparently watching now, but yeah, I don't know. Say hello if you're watching, people. That would be good if you can do that, so I know if anyone's here. Sometimes people watch in secret, and it's just be nice to know who's here. Yeah, I'm just gonna like walk down the river for a bit. Yeah. So how are you all doing today, everybody? Is anyone gonna chat to them, or are they just gonna like ignore me? I don't know. Whatever. So like loads of cyclists and stuff. It's like a shared path here, but sometimes like they can get quite annoying. Like cyclists and stuff. Sometimes they have really no respect whatsoever. Like they think they own the fucking place, you know. It's just annoying. Like these people should just, you know, be more considerate and like think about what they're doing, because a lot of them don't. So yeah, you know, the more I've been around here in this city, the more I can see why people get really annoyed at cyclists. I used to ride my bike a lot myself. I can see why people get really annoyed at cyclists. Like the way that they just don't seem to have any regard for pedestrians. I'm not saying every single one's like that, but there seems to be a trend where a lot of them just don't seem to care. They're just more focused on themselves. Thank you for the like, whoever that is. Hello, Real Digital, how you doing? So just talking about, you know, you get these cyclists. So this is a river, guys, so I'm just walking down the river at the moment, so yeah. I'd just show you the river there, River Ouse. Anyway, so yeah, just people need to have respect for others, because it just doesn't feel good when you got some cyclists just zip right past you without even any kind of warning or anything. Oftentimes they don't even slow down, they just zip right past, and it just kind of scares me a bit, you know, and it's annoying. Yeah, they are self-entitled. They think they don't need to use brakes. Yeah, I know, but it's like, well, drivers have to use brakes and stuff, and it's like, why shouldn't they have to do that as well? Like they think that they're just, you know, some of them are okay, like I said, you know, but some are just quite disrespectful. So this is the River Ouse at the moment, so just walking up here for a while, and just, yeah, it's quite a nice little walk up here. But I was thinking about going through the park, but I was just gonna like just walk along the river, I think, today. But yeah, anyway, so who's still in the live? If you're new here, please subscribe, but I don't think there is any new people, so anyway, they just kind of decide whether they want to push me out or not, you know. I'll either get loads of people watching and loads of comments and stuff, or I guess get hardly anything. Just the way that it, you know, the roll of the dice or whatever. I have a bike and enjoy riding it, but I'm definitely not a cyclist. Yeah, you get these people, especially these like, what is it, these Deliveroo and Just Eat and all them. Uber Eats, or if you're in America, you've got DoorDash, and yeah, like those are just like really quite, oftentimes they're quite disrespectful people. All they care about is rushing to the next drop off to make more money, because don't they make more money the more drop offs they do or something? So it can be quite dangerous, that stuff, you know. I mean, I get that people want to make money and they want to hustle, but you know, you have to be careful though. There's other people in this world. You know, we have to be careful about people's safety and all that. It's like some people have this kind of, I don't know, they're in their own bubble and like nobody else exists. Kind of like that video, what was it, the Verve Bittersweet Symphony. They're kind of just like that, just kind of, they don't care if like they knock somebody over or whatever, you know. And nobody's perfect, don't get me wrong, but like there's a level of awareness that we need to have in this world that a lot of people just seem to lack. Anyway, is everybody okay then? Hope you're having a great day today. I'll come in here. There's people on the, people on the bolts today. Yeah, it's gonna be like practicing the rowing and stuff. Yeah, rowing is actually can be quite a good workout. It's uses a lot of different muscles in the body, and it's low impact as well. So it can be a good one for like, you know, it's not gonna harm your, you know, like if you're not gonna like harm your joints and stuff probably doing that. It's the same with like, I mean, cycling can be good as well, good form of cardio, but yeah, running can be good as well, but it's like, yeah, you just have to make sure you're not, you know, kind of causing any strain on your joints. Some say there is ways of doing it that are safe, but if you already have joint issues, then you might want to look for more low impact sort of stuff. Anyway, who's still in the live then? I thought maybe a few more people would have shown up today, but alright, sorry. Yeah, just, well, it says there's 3 people, but they're just lurking, the other 2, I guess. Yeah, I think they're just, a lot of people just are silent for some reason. They don't say anything. I find it a bit odd, like when people are just being silent and not saying anything, but it's their own, I guess. It would be nice, the more interaction the better really, but yeah. But some people just come for like a few seconds and then leave, so they're not always just lurking for like hours. Some people don't do that though, because some people have told me that they've lurked in my lives before and they've seen things that have happened, and I'm like, where they've not been saying anything, but they've been just kind of watching in the background. Anyway, we've got 2 likes on the live. Thank you very much, everybody. So yeah, just on the river at the moment, look. Yeah. Anyway, just 1 like. What the hell's going on there? How has it gone from 2 to 1? Did someone just take away the like? What's that about? I don't get it. Weird. I don't know. Are they just messing with me or something? I just type in anyway. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm just in York. Have you ever been to York before? I don't know where you're from, but it's just it's got some nice stuff, but even York's got its rough spots as well. You know, everywhere's got its rough areas and stuff, I suppose. York's no different, really. It's just, yeah. But if you've seen some of the suburbs and stuff, you're like, some of it's quite rough. But to be fair, though, I think there's probably less rough areas than where I used to live. Like where I used to live in Blackburn is just rough as hell. It's full of drugs and all sorts of stuff. Oh, Glasgow. Oh yeah, that would be like one of the roughest areas, isn't it? Like, yeah, I don't know how true it was, but I remember someone was saying that there was somewhere in Glasgow where the life expectancy was like 53. Because just like, yeah, just all the poverty and stuff and just bad lifestyles and things. A lot of alcohol and things like that. But I don't know if it was that low, but yeah, I remember it was supposed to be like 53, so yeah, that's quite concerning, isn't it, to have a life expectancy of 53. We know rough areas in Glasgow, yeah, I bet. Yeah, I've heard, yeah, Glasgow can be quite a, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it can be quite a rough place, but you just got to try and, I think we should try and get out in nature more and, yeah, to try and appreciate where we are, because oftentimes we can get sick of the city or whatever, so you could just get out in nature and just see what's out there, you know, because sometimes just like go out a few miles, suddenly you're in some really nice picturesque scenery as opposed to being in a slum or something. But you know, it's nice to see, like I said, for the most part York's all right, but yeah, it's just I do get a bit sick of it after a while though, because you keep seeing the same scenery and stuff. So I think it's good to just, you know, have that fresh kind of scenery every so often. So I like to try going new places and things every so often. Just I don't know if it's something about, you know, creating new neural pathways or something like that. So I remember someone was saying even just like trying a different way. Let's say if you was to walk to work or whatever, appointment or whatever, if you walk a different way than you normally would, that can apparently create new neural pathways. So, hey Dog Star, how you doing? So yeah, so if you want to, so because what happens is your mind will just become kind of stagnant if you just keep doing the same things in the same way. It doesn't, there's no inspiration there, is there really? Seeing the same scenery all the time, day in, day out, you know? Your brain would just probably end up just becoming kind of, you know what I mean? It's not going to be challenged or anything. Just keep seeing the same things. It's very predictable and, yeah. I live 10 minutes from the countryside and 10 minutes in the opposite direction is the city. I'm quite lucky. Yes, well, you got the right balance there where it's like, you're close enough to like the city, but also close enough to like escape, so you can just, yeah, whereas some people, they're either right smack bang in the city where it's all rough and chaotic, or they're way out in the countryside away from everything and it's hard to access things. So yeah, it's just I don't know, it's one of those things really, isn't it? Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Got the bridge there. We're just yeah, just walking up the river. You see that up there is that tower in the background. So just try and show you guys, see what you guys see it. Trying to get the right angle. There we go. You see the tower there. Yeah, what I've noticed is like in this city, I don't know if it's this city or what, but everybody seems to be in a rush. I don't know. Like I'll be walking at what I think is like a decent pace, and then there'll be people that are walking faster than me. Like I'm like, what are you in a rush for? I don't know. Just noticed that a lot in this city. I don't know. Everyone just seems to be rushing around for some reason. I don't know, like they're desperate to be somewhere else or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that where you are, but everyone seems to be rushing around. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I hope you're all having a great day, everybody. What is going on here? Why is there like no one really chatting? Hello, Craig Soleil. How you doing? Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. So I'm just walking up the river at the moment. Yeah, it's a nice walk up here. Really, it's just yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just on the day like today. It's just quite busy. There's quite a few people walking up here. So it'll be good once I get further up and it's a bit quieter. So I'm planning to go right far up. What percentage are we on? 76%. So I've got loads of battery left. UK is what? Oh yeah, I don't know. What you mean? Israeli satellite surveillance? What you mean? I mean, I'm talking about how. So I looked into this about how UK apparently indirectly supports Israel or something like that. But in genocide in the Middle East or something. But I did see something supposedly they support Palestine. I don't know really. I don't know what's going on. Like, because I actually kind of think that Israel and Hamas is kind of like controlled opposition, something like it's some kind of divide and conquer thing. I don't know if that's how kind of conspiracy minded I can be, where I'm like, what if it's all just some kind of psyop to try and divide and conquer? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it would kind of make sense, I guess, if they want to create more division and what have you. Well, you know, they might fund both sides or something. Just because someone was saying how Israel needs what is it? They need an enemy to be then propped up and supported, basically. So that could be why, maybe they could theoretically be supporting Hamas. Let's say they're using it as some kind of divide and conquer, get everyone on Israel's side, or get a lot of people on Israel's side, send money over to support them. And it's like, well, I don't know, that's just one theory anyway, that but at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about any of that, nothing that you can do about any of that, I don't think. I try not to worry about any of these things, because all this corruption and all that, there's really not much we can do. We just have to kind of accept that we're run by corrupt leaders, and we just have to try and just enjoy life for what it is, make the most of it, regardless of all the chaos that's going on. Try and take yourself out of it. Try not to consume all this content, because how is it going to benefit me by consuming a bunch of, geopolitical content or whatever? At the end of the day, it's just all there to kind of distract you, and because the media just wants your attention, and they'll do anything to get it. They'll use whatever kind of current event and stuff. Hello Alfie, welcome back. How are you today? So they had the mainstream media just trying to to capture your attention by putting out a bunch of so anyway, hope you're doing well. Hello YouTube system notification. Make sure you like the live. Got 7 people watching. That's welcome in, all of you. Hope you're having a great day today. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. That would be really appreciated. So yeah, just thank you for the 3 likes, everyone. That's good done, Alfie. Glad you're doing all right. So I need to try and cross over somewhere. How am I gonna? You'll have to go down to the other side then. Anyway, Is everyone okay then? Yeah, we're in the busy bit now, so I try to avoid the busiest part of town for the most part because I just don't really like being around tons of people usually, you know, but I prefer to go where it's a bit quieter and more peaceful, like woodland areas. I quite like them and stuff like that, really. Places where there's less people, and I don't know, I just find people as chaos basically. I don't know, it's just like you just get all these random people. Like I said, you get all these cyclists, just random cyclists, you get a bunch of random obnoxious people and stuff. It's all chaos to me, really. I can just kind of think more clearly when I'm away from people, I find. I don't know, I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I just find it more peaceful and just... I remember someone else was saying that when they went into a quiet area, suddenly their mind just kind of felt at peace or something. There might be like an autistic thing or whatever, but yeah. Some people thrive around tons and tons of people, but I see it all as chaos and like noise, basically. It's just well, not literal noise, but as in like, just because people are unpredictable and just kind of, yeah. I feel more at ease when it's quiet, when there's nobody around. Yeah, anyway. Probably also because I'm like, I can be concerned about what people are thinking and whatever, and I don't know, there's that as well, but anyway, hope everyone's doing well today. Share this out if you can, or if you're new, and subscribe, I mean. Yeah, anyway, is everybody okay then? Hope everyone's well. Yeah, there's only one person left now, so yeah. But people aren't really sticking around much. Oh, hello Jerry. No, I'm not. I've not been doing busking for a bit, really. I ended up getting myself a bit ill. I think it might have just been because I weren't drinking enough fluids and stuff. But I've decided to just kind of give it a break until like the weather warms up a bit, unfortunately, so yeah. And plus it can just get a bit too much doing it all the time. I don't know. I don't, like if I do it too much in one, like I do it kind of like, it can just get a bit much. Yeah.
There was another gate in here.
I've been on that oleo thing lately. I've got some stuff the other day off it, but I've not seen a whole lot of stuff that I would eat on it though, that's the thing. It's exhausting and draining, being honest. Yeah, no, it can be, definitely. It can. Sometimes I'll been busking all day and then like come home and then feel drained. You know, just feel like, yeah. It's like, and sometimes it doesn't even go that well, you know. Sometimes it goes like decently well, but then other times you just feel like, to yourself, almost like imposter syndrome, where you're like out there and you think, I'm not even making that much. What am I even doing here? I feel like I'm just not even doing the right thing. I'm just acting like I'm some kind of performer, but am I really that good? Am I even meant to be out here? So you'd have all these thoughts come into your head, and it's not good. You know, it's just shit, really, isn't it? You know, oftentimes people are just not that supportive, and you know, but yet people will support an absolute degenerate. That's the thing, right? They'd rather send their money to some like degenerate who doesn't deserve any. You know, they'll give all their attention and all their money to a degenerate that doesn't deserve anything. because oftentimes they'll just do stuff intentionally just to get money and whatever, and not actually have any regard for morality or anything. Yeah, that with oleo, it's like, yeah, it's very random stuff. You never really know what you're gonna get off there. Have you ever looked at like community fridges and stuff like that? Because apparently some of them you can get free food or pay as you feel or whatever they call it. I don't know. I mean, there was like, yeah, you just have to kind of look in and see what you can find. But usually, in most cities they'll have something like that. But yeah. Is everybody okay today then? Hope everyone's well. Actually, I could get across and show you through the museum gardens. It's quite a nice spot through there. So I'm gonna go over the bridge and like go to the other side. But yeah, that oleo thing, it's it's just not guaranteed. I mean, nothing's ever really guaranteed, but you know what I mean? It's yeah. It's like, well, there was that thing called Too Good To Go, but then you haven't really got choice in what you get. Because the thing is that unless you're going to eat it all, then it could be a waste. So unless you're like, so if you're some kind of fussy eater, then probably not a good idea. Because you might end up, wasting half of it. So you'd end up actually, in some cases, wasting more money and more, so if you just then just kind of buying whatever you need from the shop. So yeah. So you have to be someone that's willing to eat all that stuff. And it depends also on what sort of stuff you would eat normally, and it might just end up costing you more just because, say, like, if it's from a bakery or something like that, some of the foods, and it's like, yeah, you might get a percentage off it. Let's say you get 50% off, but then if you was eating a lot of, kind of these bulk ingredients where you just make them yourself, then you might be better off just doing that. So it really depends, really, because, like, for example, if you just make yourself some pasta, that's like dirt cheap. Make yourself a pasta and some sauce for about maybe 50 pence, something like that, versus making yourself like, I don't know, like or just buying something off of oleo, and you might, you might be relatively getting less value, even if it is cheaper than it would have been, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so people might be better off just looking at budgeting the food better and buying the cheaper like kind of bulk foods and stuff. Maybe buying it in bulk, buying larger quantities of it, making it cheaper that way as well, like going to Asian supermarkets where you can get like 5 kilogram bags of lentils, for example, which might only cost you like a few quid. So that would last you for ages. So like you could probably make like, so I was working it out, it could be like months worth of supply just for like a few quid of lentils or something. Then same with rice as well, So if you're quite good with like budgeting and being quite frugal and stuff, then it's possible to make your food just like last a long time and stuff. Anyway, we're just down at the river at the moment, so just taking some of that scenery, it's just yeah. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, who's still in here then? A bit slow in the lives today. Oh yeah, I was gonna go up the thing called Museum Gardens. I'll show you around that. We've got like a museum thing and it's quite a nice little spot. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to have to restart again because it seems like the more I restart, then eventually it starts to hurt the algorithm or something. But
There's a few things you didn't.
I'm just kind of like a bit fed up with no one showing up hardly in here. So what I might do is just restart. Be back.